Alright everybody, excuse any background noise, my children are playing. So today I want to show you two examples of AKs that I just love, old school and sort of that new school, Dos Vidanias, I'm from the future. So on the table I have a Romanian Wasser. Made in 2020, and it is sort of dulled up in com block laminate gas tube, handguard, buttstock, pistol grip is Bakelite, mag is Bakelite, bayonet's Bakelite. Just an all-around old school type AK, and sort of the type of gun that I fell in love with when I started getting into AKs around 2010. It just speaks to me. It's kind of like your tribal animal, like the animal totem. AKs are sort of my spirit animal. So you've seen this in other videos. I'll go ahead and put this down and I'll show you the gun that I'm actually going to talk about today, which is a Polish AK. It's based off the AKM, but it is sort of tricked out like a BERYL. I don't have any optics on it because I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to put on it, and I have it disassembled to show you kind of some different things I did to it. This is a Wbp Fox. I'll go ahead and take this off for demonstration purposes here. I'll leave it on. Alright, so this is made in Poland. You can see the Polish eagle crest there, and it says Poland. But this is a really smooth shooting, very reliable AKM. These came in 2018, and I got in on the first batch. This is actually number 65. I think Rob Ski, the one he reviewed, was number 17. So I got a really early numbers one, and I couldn't be happier with it. It has a BERYL hammer forged chrome lined barrel. The company Wbp actually does contracting for BERYL for different military contracts, so they do handle 7.62x39 guns regularly for like contracts. So I was excited to get a hold of this because it's actually a representative of what you would get if you're getting a 7.62x39 AK out of Poland. So anyways, I'll go ahead and show you what I did. This came all numbers matching. The gas tube actually has the serial number, or the sequence. So series 1, 65, there, matches to the gun. I got this from Atlantic, and it had plum furniture on it, which is really dope. But I kind of wanted to spruce it up and make it sort of that BERYL look that I fell in love with. BERYL, out of the dulled up like Zenit Co. fast and quick, tactical AKs, the BERYL is probably my favorite of those. It's so intuitive and ingenious. It's not a bunch of stuff bolted onto the gun. It's actually integral, so you can disassemble the whole gun the way you could normally. Putting it back together, as far as this gun, it takes just a little bit of persuasion, but it's nothing that you can't do like out in the field if you really need to. So what I have here is, when I got this gun, I immediately picked up a Gen 2 Wbp Gas Tube Rail. This is my favorite type of AK gas tube rail system. It's better than the Ultimac. It's better than any of the other ones I've seen, because you can take this off like a normal gas tube. It's not bolted on or banded to the barrel. This is something you can disassemble with your hands and take it off the gun like this, like a normal AK gas tube. So all it took was a little bit of filing work, and it fits perfect. And this is aluminum, so leaving it bare metal is not going to do anything. It fits great. I'll show you that right now. And it's on. So I can mount a flashlight off the side with this. It's pretty much a perfect AK gas tube rail. If I didn't have this BERYL reel from BERYL, I would just have been happy with that rail system up in the front with a flashlight. It's perfect, but I took advantage of the notable feature of this AK, besides the awesome barrel, is the fact that it has a BERYL rear sight stock trunnion combo. So what that means is I can use this rail, which I'll go ahead and yank it off the gun, which is not a quick detach, quick attach rail, but it is a quick, like if you need to do like, you know, in the field work on your gun or whatever, you can throw this lever off and take it off real fast, and it goes back to zero. It's just it needs to be put on with some effort for it to fit on the gun. It's not going to pop on and off because of how tight everything is to keep it accurate. So this rail, you can see, has these two pins there in the front and a throw lever dovetail lock in the back. And what that means is, with this 1913 Picatinny rail, now this is all steel. This is a steel part. This is not aluminum. This is a robust, like, put a magnet to it. So it's really cool. The one issue I had with it was when I had tuned the cog to turn it to get it the tension right, I threw up a burr somehow into here. So I had to take this apart and like stone the burr off, and then I was able to put it back on. It's great. Fits really tight. Mamma mia. So the way this fits is, I'll flip this around so you can actually see the cool eagle. So there's an eagle right there on the sight block. That's pretty neat. It says Poland. But there's these two dados cut into the rear sight block. And this stock trunnion has a little block that sits up and it has a dovetail in the back. And I'll show you why that's cool. So I'll go ahead and reassemble my gun. I don't have a huge round count through this. I have roughly like 600 rounds out of this gun, but it is everything I thought it would be as far as handling and reliability. It's just superb. It's smooth. I had a Arsenal 106, SLR 106 is 5.56 AK, and this is smoother than that gun. This is like such a smooth shooting AK. There's not a lot of like crap going on. Like, it's not jittery as it's moving back. It's just beautiful. Mamma mia. So, put the dust cover on. This is just a normal AKM now. Now, I don't know if I can't remember if I showed you this, but the whole gun's serialized. Yeah. It came with this really cool translucent mag, which I have a bunch of these and they're awesome. So, but the rail, the two pegs fit onto the front, onto the back of the rear sight. Oh, okay. So you have to take the top cover off to install this because the top cover can get in the way. So it takes a little bit of persuasion with a mallet. Nothing too bad. Just a little bit of a love tap. Pop the dust cover on, and this hinges out of the way so you can install your dust cover. And then you have plenty of room to install the rail, which, there you go. There, tap, this pulls on. Probably didn't need to tab it that much, but it's alright, just whatever. And then you just use your thumb, let's throw our lever to lock it in place. Now it is tension, so it is a little bit of a bear, but once you get it, it's there. So now, oh, it's smooth. I can't tell you how nice that feels when you just back and forth. There's no like jumping. So, and the trigger, nice. I put a Polish hammer in the back of it, so it's the interface with the carrier tail is exactly how it should be. So now I have essentially a BERYL and 762x39. So get a close look at that. I have an enhanced safety selector I'll be putting on this to make it even faster. It has a shelf that sticks out and down and up, but I got Series 1, number 65. Rob Ski got number 17 on his review rifle. So I was eager to jump in on the first import batch in 2018. So I'll show you it with the green BERYL mag in it because it's pretty dope. And that's that. All I have to do is put a little holographic on it and a flashlight, and it'll be a complete tactical AK. They make like extendable buttstocks and stuff, and like foregrips and all that. I may get that, I may not, I don't know. Time will tell. But overall, couldn't be happier with this. Just a excellent offering from Poland. Atlantic Firearms has excellent customer service, and they had excellent marketing for these. So much so, I knew about these coming into the country through people like Misha Co, and Jay, and Atlantic Firearms kind of talking these up like 2 or 3 months before I was able to buy it. So I was eager to jump in the moment, the minute the email sent out, I jumped in and grabbed one, and I got number 65. So look at how rail, you can use the iron sights through this rail. So if your optic fails, you can ditch the optic and use your iron sights, and actually aids in aiming because this trough that the rail is on lines my sight up quite easily. And what's cool is I put an optic on this already. It's not so high up with like a low red dot. It's not so high up that I'm doing a chin weld. I'm actually able to get a cheek weld while using the rail. So I don't have one to hand right now because I'll just show you what I mean. So right now I can see my iron sights perfectly, so I got a good cheek weld. I'm actually touching my cheekbone to the butt stock with this 74 style stock. But with the optic, where I remember it, I'm only this high up off the gun. So I'm still like a good cheek weld on the gun. It's not too high. I've seen a bunch of like Russian operators running their guns like this, where their chin is basically on the gun, or they're not even using the butt stock to aim. This lets me still use the gun as kind of the butt stock was intended with a cheek weld. So anyways, that's this Polish Wbp Fox BERYL type gun. Really cool, very smooth, like everything's like butter on this gun. Shoots great, it's very accurate, and I couldn't be happier with it. So again, sort of the old school and the new school. I have a German, like an East German blue sling I put on this. I got this rail, the gas tube rail fitted on this morning. I was like, I gotta make a video. So anyways, that's these two guns, old school, new school, just excellent AK loving, and couldn't be happier with these guns. So you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.